Okay, we appear to be live. Just making sure that the stream is on. Alright, yeah, looks like we are here. Hello everyone, I am the big man. It's been a while. Last time I was here, I think Joey Phillips dropped that beautiful pop fly in center field. And I'm here for game one of the Bartolo series between Cleveland Steamers. This is their fourth time in as many Bartolo series that have ever existed, I guess. Fourth straight appearance, and the second straight appearance for the New York Empire, the defending champions, who are looking to repeat for the first time in BHB history. We are about to get things going. Yep, sorry, Joey, I just did have to remind you. You remember when you dropped that beautiful, beautiful pop fly right in the center field? Believe you can still say the word Joey in the Twitch channel and it'll say Joey Trash. Just reading the chat here, waiting for the lineups to show up on the stream. Pardon me if I stumble on my words a bit today. I have a bit of a mouth sore on my tongue. It is not pleasant, but hopefully it won't get in the way. Alright, leading off today for the Empire is Rob Masters, followed by Merle McGuire at first. Biscuit Batcher is at right field. He had a season. Joey Phillips is batting cleanup. Eric Shun at left. Thomas Rose is the shortstop. Tip Tippington is at second. Fab Freddy at third. And then Bart Daniels will be pitching today. Should be a good matchup. It is, after all, two of the presumably best teams. Already looking at some of the trash talking in the chat between Yeria and whoever wants to respond to Yeria. Goodness me. Hey Yeria, if we lose, I'm blaming this one on you, just to let you know. Alright, here come the Steamers. Giancarlo Hammer will be leading off today. Tom Rahman is batting at first. He's batting second. Chumbawamba moves up from cleanup to third. Monsoon moves back a few spots to fourth. Big Dick Avery at fifth. P-Bay Valderrama will be batting sixth. Asuka Suzuki, seventh. Barry Blondes in the eighth slot. And R.A. Dongi will be pitching. One of the most elite pitchers in the league. You can take a look at the bullpen. Vaughn and Morris will not come out today, but Kano might, as he is rotated to the pen for the occasion. And of course, who can forget Jabrunklage Robert Street and Piazza Man. Easily the most lovable bullpen in all of the BHB. I will try not to be biased, but as some of you may know, I have a player on the Steamers, so we will see what happens. Might be Joe Buck calling a Cowboys game. Oh boy. Alright. Let's get this underway. Leading off for the Empire will be Rob Masters. This, of course, is being played in Cleveland. So we'll see the Empire first. Here comes Masters, who had a okay season at best. Dongi's first pitch goes right down Broadway. It's a strike. And that's a quick little dribbler out to Blondes at shortstop. Rahman is able to make everything go smoothly, and that's one out. Merle McGuire is up next. You'll notice that R.A. Dongi is a specialist. That means every single righty on the Empire is going to be batting with a bit of a handicap today, or that's not what I meant to say at all. They're going to have a bit of a debuff. Or Merle McGuire is also pretty good versus right-hand pitchers, so it kind of evens out for him. He takes a big cut and goes swinging. Biscuit Basher, the presumptive league MVP, is up now. He's the right fielder. It's a lefty, so no specialist trait for Dongi here. Dribbles one right back out to Dongi, who sends it to Rahman at first, and that's the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Steamers defense. And here comes Giancarlo Hammer, who is leading off for this first time this year. Interesting how they're trying a new lineup now. First ball for Daniels. Strike right down the middle, bit of a slower pitch, but no biggie there. Hammer hits it right back to Daniels, who cannot come up with the play, and Hammer's going to get himself an infield hit. Not going to go down as an error, as there wasn't much more Daniels could have done. Next up is Tom Rahman, who's going to pop one right out to the catcher. This should be an easy out. Rob Masters takes care of business there. Kevin Chumbawamba comes in. Daniels is also a specialist, so all righties are going to be a bit debuffed, period, today. A little bit inside for the first pitch. Nice breaking ball there. 1-1. That ball is a little bit inside. They're going to call it a ball. A little high, and Chumbawamba is known for his excellent plate discipline, but he takes a swing here and sends it foul. And Chumbawamba sends a blooper out to left field. What a slide by Eric Shun, the left fielder. Makes the play. And we have 2 outs already on what looked like an easy single for Chumbawamba. Thermos Monsoon rockets one deep into left field. That didn't even have a chance. It is in the back row. And Thermos Monsoon has brought the Steamers a 2-0 lead in the second inning. That's exactly what these Steamers needed. They're a bit of an underdog today. And that is exactly what they needed. Daniels is tense, not good. Avery is up now. Takes a couple balls. Strike right down the middle from Daniels. A big cut on what looked like an inside ball. So it's 2-2. Now a full count. And that's a backwards K for Daniels, his first of the day. Avery did not swing. Probably should have. Pardon me on my misspeaking earlier. It is the first inning, not the second. Joey Phillips is up next. Sends one right to Rahman at first, and that's an out. Eric Shun, who just made that phenomenal defensive play, is up now. Dongy's pitch goes a little bit high, curves a bit late. They're going to call it a ball regardless. Second ball there, a little bit inside. And this one is a base hit right by the second baseman and the third baseman. It's going to get him to first. They're able to cut him off there. Thomas Rose, the shortstop, up next. R.A. Dongy yet to give up any major damage. This one's a pop fly going backwards. Monsoon's got it. Goodbye. Tip Tippington is up now. He's the second baseman. He's going to take a quick look at that one. Decides not to swing. It's a strike. The ball's a little bit inside, broke a bit late, so it's going to be 1-1. That is foul. This next pitch, a big cut from Tippington, and he goes swinging. Here come the Steamers once again. Pibe Valderrama, who started this season red hot and kind of cooled down lately, is up next. He's the second baseman. Takes a couple balls to start this at-bat off from Daniels. That's the third ball. And that's his first walk of the day. Valderrama doesn't have to do anything and gets himself a free base. Asuka Suzuki, the right fielder, is up now. And Daniels with his second error of the day. They're going to count that as another infield hit, even though there's not much more he could have done. Daniels is tense already. Blondes, you may remember, had a pretty significant day recently. Hoping to continue that for his Steamers. With 2 on base, Blondes is going to hit one foul, and it's going to be a 1-2 count. And Blondes should have swung at that because it was going strike anyway. Dongy is up next. He will bat for himself here. He's going to sacrifice bunt, lays it down beautifully, sends the men on to second and third, and Hammer up now, ready to do some damage. Daniels is back up to neutral. Good news for the Empire. And Hammer pops one. Looks like this is going to be playable, and it is. McGuire takes care of business, and that ends the inning. So the umpire get out of a pretty sticky situation there. Coming up next will be Fab Freddy, the third baseman. This right-hander focused lineup for the umpire seems perfect for R.A. Dongi. As I say that, he pitches 2 immediate balls but follows it up with a strike. Pops one foul. And it's 2-2. Nearly gets hit with the pitch there. Another foul ball. It's a full count. And that is foul, even though it looked fair to me, but I'm not the one making the call there. Fab Freddy's going to take a walk. Daniels is up now. He will bat for himself. We'll see if he bunts. He shows bunt, so it looks like we will be getting 2 pitcher bunts in the same game. Oh, joy. Nothing I love more than bunting. He can't even bunt. Gets pitched on 3 straight fastballs from Dongi. And he goes, well, I guess bunting. I guess that's not a term. Rob Masters up now. We're back to the start of the lineup. 2 balls immediately. That's the third ball for Masters. And he goes walking on 4 straight. Next up is Merle McGuire. 0 for 1 on the day. Specialist trait does not really do much for McGuire, who hits it foul. And this one's going deep, but it looks like it will be playable. Everyone's expecting this to be played by Chumbawamba, which it is. Guns it back to the Blondes at shortstop. And the runner advances to third. Biscuit Basher up now, with a chance to get some runs on the board for the Empire. Takes a quick ball. 2 straight balls to Basher. That's foul. This next pitch looking like, to me, there's a steal here. He is not in time. And they are going to go home empty-handed after the failed attempt at a steal. Tom Rahman, the big first baseman, is up now. He's going to send this one just out to Tippington at the shortstop position, or excuse me, the second base position. And that'll take care of business there. Next up is Chumbawamba. Breaks his bat, sends one foul, and it is playable. And that's 2 straight outs for the Steamers. Monsoon had that big homer earlier. Takes a quick strike. That's a ball from Daniels. Another ball, a little bit outside there. This one's foul, and it's 2-2. Now it's still 2-2. And that's backwards. And he hits this one right into left field, but it's going to be playable by Shun, who's had a nice day out there. We're heading into the top of the 4th. Empire still have no runs to show for all their work. Biscuit Basher hoping to change that here. He doesn't. He pops it up to third base, who takes care of it. Joey Phillips up now, the cleanup batter, but there's nothing to clean up, so do what you will with that information. It's a 1 ball, 2 balls, excuse me. 3 balls immediately. And there's a strike on a nice curveball from Dongi. That's the third walk of the day. Coming up next will be Eric Shun, who has been the defensive player of the game for the Empire so far. Monsoon's going to sprint, a little bit too slow. Could have had that, but he was not fast enough. That's another foul. This one goes to a lucky fan. And that one goes to a lucky Dick Avery, who makes the out at third base once again. Getting a lot of action over there. Thomas Rose, the shortstop, will take a quick ball, a little bit high on that one. That's a strike right down the middle. Pauses a bit. And he hits this one into right field. This is going to go for a base hit for Rose. He's going to get a single and advance a man to second. Tippington now with a man in scoring position. Going to hit that one, or he's not going to hit that one. I was just prepared for him to hit something, which he does eventually. Hammer takes care of business in left field to end the inning. So far, a relatively low hitting affair with a 2-run deficit for the Empire. Here's Dick Avery, the third baseman. Big cut, and he takes a strike there. And that is a great play by Merle McGuire. That ball was a bit high for him, but he was able to make the play, getting out, and here comes P.B. Valderrama. 1-1 the count from Daniels. A little bit low. And this one just goes out to Tippington. No big deal for him. McGuire takes care of business at first. Suzuki up next, one of the few lefties on the Steamers team who's at an advantage today because they're not a righty. Thanks, specialist trait. 1-1, now 1-2 after that foul ball. And this one will be playable by Rose, and that'll end that. Into the top of the fifth we go. Fat Freddy is up now. He was walked earlier. That's about it. Dongy, so far, has only pitched 53 balls. Some of them have been strikes. I didn't mean to say that. Either way, he's doing so well so far. He's locked in, and he just struck out Fab Freddy. Daniels up next. He tried to bunt earlier, but it didn't go well, you might remember. He's going to take a strike right down Broadway. That's my new favorite expression. I heard someone using that recently. I don't remember who did, but thank you to whoever did. This one's a pop fly. Valderrama waves everyone off, takes care of it. Next up is Rob Masters. He is 0 for 1, but he's also walked, and he breaks his bat furiously. They wait for a while to call it foul, but doesn't matter, I guess. First ball for Masters. Takes a strike there. And he hits one out to Avery, who sends it over to Rahman at first. And so far, the Steamers' defense has been pretty great. But I'll give credit where credit is due. The Empire's defense has done well as well. You can't really block a home run. Here's Barry Blondes, the heroic shortstop of last week, and he's going to be heroic again. Hits it off the wall. He's going to get at least a double here. I'd advise him to stay put. An error from Tippington at second, and that will lead it up for Dongy, who's probably going to bunt here. I would not be surprised if he does. Yep, there you go. He's showing bunt. Pulls away smartly for the ball. Pulls away a bit early for the strike. And another good bunt from Dongy. Sacrifices himself but gets Blondes to third. And now Hammer's in prime position to do some damage. He's 1 for 2 with a single today. Takes a quick ball, a little low there. And a little bit inside, so that's another ball. That one's foul. 3-1 the count. Wouldn't be swinging if I were Hammer. And I'm not, so he doesn't. And that'll be a quick walk. And now Rahman is ready to make some noodles. I don't know where I was going with that. Takes a strike. First ball for Rahman. That's the second strike to Rahman. A little bit high and inside there. They're going to call it a ball. 2-2. And Rahman rockets one into deep center. This could be trouble. It is gone. A 3-run blast for Tom Rahman, the first baseman of the Steamers. It is now 5-0 Steamers. Don't think anyone expected this. Expected it to be a bit closer, that's for sure. But there's still a lot of time left. Chumbawamba is up now. Takes a quick foul ball. Chumbawamba has been rather cold lately, but he's known to heat up and heat up quickly. Like a hot pocket, if you will. That's not what I meant when I was hoping he would heat up. He hit the ball, he hit it weak. It's out. Thermos Monsoon is up now. He had a homer earlier, and that's foul. 2-0. Now 1-2 count. And this one's a fair hit. Excuse me, a base hit, not a fair hit. Monsoon's going to get himself a single on the day, adding to his already decent stat line. Avery up now is 0 for 2. However, with Daniels looking a little bit rattled, he is hoping to add on to his stat line. We'll see how it goes for him. First ball and first strike, as I was just blabbing off. Masters can't pick up the ball, but it doesn't matter. It's foul. And Freddie will take care of it at third. Let's check the chat. It is technically a fair hit. Yeah, thank you. I didn't mean to say fair hit, but you know, I guess I'm technically not wrong, but I'm technically not right either. Merle McGuire is up now. He's going to bloop one out to center right field. Chumbawamba able to get behind it before McGuire can get anywhere further. But that's what the Empire need right now if they want to get back in this one. Biscuit Basher up now. He's the right fielder. 0 for 2 on the day, but is also known to heat up quickly like a certain 90s Brit rock band on the other team. 2 strikes to Basher. Dongy's day of excellence continues. As soon as I say that, Basher rockets one into the stands. There was no chance at all. That was like back row of seats. 376, not bad at all. Absolutely hammered. And the Empire have a sign of life. Announcer's jinx is real. Dongy's pitch to Phillips is now a ball. That's a strike. Excuse me as I close my eyes for a second. I don't know why I did that. Quick out for Joey Phillips. Next up is Eric Shun. He has a single on the day. It's the first ball to Shun. 2 balls immediately. No reason to swing here, but he swings anyway. And it looks like Hammer will take care of business out in left field. Next up, Thomas Rose is 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a single. Dongy still maintaining his composure after giving up a pretty costly home run there. 1-1. And that is not going to get you any runs in a game. There you go. 3 outs. Bottom of the 6th. It is time for P.B. Valderrama, who has walked today. That's about it. Pops one into the stands. Someone's going to get a fancy souvenir for them. 1-1. 2-1 now, or 1-2. And Valderrama goes swinging. Takes a big shot at it. Can't come up with it. And walks away. Suzuki up now has a single on the day. That's about it. He's going to take 2 strikes immediately. Pops one into the stands. Hits someone in the face. We are not liable for your injuries. 1-2 the count. Freddie will take care of this. Goodbye. Barry Blonde said a double earlier, and now he is looking to change things. Daniel's day is done. Raven Santana is coming in, hoping to continue their defensive output this inning. I don't know. It seemed a little early to pull him. He wasn't doing anything dangerous this inning, but, well, maybe he shouldn't have pulled him, because there goes Blondes hitting himself a single. Dongy up next. They will not pinch hit. They will let Dongy bat for himself, which clearly did not go well. He ends the inning for the Steamers. Into the top of the 7th we go. Tip Tippington will lead things off with the 7, 8, and 9 batters coming up. Empire need to get something going offensively. You can't just let Biscuit Basher do all the work for you. First strike to Tippington. A wild pitch from Dongy is now will be fielded by Monsoon, and that's going to be a 2-1 count. That's a pop fly. And Rahman is able to take care of things. Freddie up next. Fab Freddie, that is. He has nothing on the day except a walk, which I guess you could count that as something. 1-1 count. Dongy looking a little tired out there, but he's going to keep it going. And Freddie rails one into center field. This is gone. Freddie giving the Empire signs of life when they need it the most. 4-11. Talk about a dinger. And it is 5-3. Steamers still have the lead. And with that, I believe Dongy's day will not end. They're going to keep him in, but they're going to pinch hit Chance Sanders for Raven Santana. So they're going to bring in a new reliever. Interesting. 2 balls to Sanders immediately. 3-1. And Dongy's going to walk Sanders. Might be time for a new pitcher. And here comes Yukon Cornelius of North Pole fame into the game to face Rob Masters. Sends this one foul. And Masters is going to send this next one over to the Steamers dugout, give him a little treat. Checks his swing, does not smartly swing, it's a ball. And takes a huge swing and goes away. Merle McGuire up now. Notice all specialist pitchers have been taken out of the game, so this is now just a normal baseball game, save Merle McGuire, who has his contact versus right-hand pitcher stat. Goes behind 3-0. They're going to pitch around him. Finally giving him something he can work with, and he decides not to. Gives him 2 straight strikes. We have a steal going, but it's not going to be enough. That's the 3rd out. Empire have cut the lead to 2. Berto Demura comes into the game. And Giancarlo Hammer will lead things off here. Demura is a lefty and is also not a specialist. This is going to be a little bit of a blooper, and it's going to be safe for Hammer. He gets himself there. Good hustle to the bag. Rahman had the homer earlier. He's hoping to continue his hot streak here. 1 strike, 1 ball from Demura. Hammer's going to try to steal. I think, unless he's improved his speed stat, I don't know if that's a great idea. 2-2. And it's a full count for Rahman. And he pops this one. Looks like 3 people are going for it. Not sure who's going to come up with it. Basher does eventually. And Hammer stays at first. Chumbawamba up now. Demura's first pitch will be a ball. That's a strike. 2nd strike for Chumbawamba. And he pops one up too. Steamers really not doing themselves any favors right now, even though their lead has been cut significantly. Here comes Thermos Monsoon. He is locked in. He had a great homer earlier, and he's dangerous. Watch out. Excuse me for a second. I will be back, I think now, I guess. As he missed a pop fly into foul territory. Alright, now I'm back. So, as I was saying, Steamers Empire, where were we? I don't know who was batting there. I really wasn't looking. But it gets past the pitcher. I think it was Basher who had the homer earlier. Joey Phillips up next. We'll take a big cut from Cornelius. We have a thief. We have a thief. He's not there in time. Gunned down by Monsoon. Phillips will get himself on base. Eric Shun is up next. First strike to him. Not to jinx anything, but the tying run is at home, and as I say that, he grounds out. So, go figure. Coming up next is Thomas Rose. He has a single. That's about it. Runner advanced to second, so there's a man in scoring position if Rose is able to capitalize on his situation here. We have a thief! He's not there in time either! Monsoon, by far the player of the day for either team. I don't know what you were doing. That's his third gunned guy today. That was just a mistake. Avery's hit will go out to Tippington, who takes care of business easily. The more I yell thief, the more I'm going to lose my voice. I'm noticing the throat tickle already. We're already in some trouble here. Valderrama will let this one go easily. Two pitches. Now it's 1-2. Now it's 2-2. And this one's going to be a pop fly. Again, 3 people running for it. Basher will wave him off. Take care of business himself. Suzuki has a single on the day. This could be the last Cleveland batter we see. We'll have to see what happens. That's a strike. That's a ball. It's a foul. There's a ball. 2-2. Foul again. Sends it into the Empire dugout. And that'll be called fair, and that'll be the third out of the inning. And now the Empire are in desperation mode. They need 2 runs. If they can't come up with it, Steamers walk away with a 1-game lead in the Bartolo series. Cornelius will pitch into the last inning here. 2 balls already. And so far, not accurate. Through 4 straight balls, excuse me.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1.
Next up is Tippington. Tying run is at home. Cornelius cannot find the strike zone to save his life right now. Finally gets it again. That's low. And they're going to walk 2 straight batters. I don't like what I'm seeing. Pull Cornelius. He's getting tired. Here's Fab Freddy. That's a ball. That's another ball. This is not what you want to see if you're a Steamers player. That's a strike. There we go. He finally finds the strike zone again. Immediately follows it up with a ball, because what else? Gets one right down the middle. And they have loaded the bases just by walking. Berto Demora, I wouldn't be hitting if I were Berto Demora there. Piazza Man! Piazza Man enters the game, and so does Little Al. Piazza Man pops one infield, so everyone will have to go back to their bases. Pretty much the worst case scenario, besides just a strikeout or a ground out if you're the Empire. That's a ball to Rob Masters. He's tense on the day after pretty weak performance. 2 balls from Piazza Man. That's foul. 2-2. And now it is game time for the Empire. Merle McGuire has a chance to be the hero, or he has a chance to ground out and end the game. We'll have to see what happens here. They pitch that one high. That one's inside. And McGuire has a chance. Chumbawamba gets behind it. The Steamers walk away unscathed with a 1-game lead. What a close finish that turned out to be. Bases loaded and 3 straight outs. And the Empire's chance at going up 1-0. Steamers take this one. Take a look at all the stats here. I'd like to point out that Chumbawamba went 0 for 4 today. I would like to announce that if this does not improve, I will be changing his name to Bad Player. Take a look at your prospective player stats if you were playing tonight, or if you're just a stats fan, you can take a look here. A couple homers from both teams, in fact. Freddie, Basher, Rahman, and Monsoon, the big hitters today. You'll take a look at the pitching stats. Daniels will go down with a loss. Dongy takes a win. Piazza Man with a save. I've never been more excited. If only it was Piazza Man versus Uncle Fudge. That would have been something to witness. Your player of the game is Thermos Monsoon, followed by Tom Rahman and Frab Freddy, rounding out the top 3 of the day. That's it for me. I will catch you all later. Tune in tomorrow for Game 2 with someone else. I don't remember who it is, so we'll see you guys around. Good night, stay hydrated, have a nice life. Peace.